You are here for the Mission Hills Pro-Am golf tournament, and I hear you're quite the golfer.
On a given day, I can be okay.
And is it something that you enjoy doing? Is it?
I've been playing golf since I was a kid. I started when I was about 12 for a couple of years, and then I let it go. And then I started again around late 20s and 30s, 85. It's a very addicting sport. You know?
Is it really?
Yeah. It's a jealous mistress. Yeah, you have to spend a lot of time on it to cultivate, a game, and it challenges you to keep, honing it. It's a very sublime thing,
Let's talk about some of your own personal projects. The Lost City, which I believe took something like 16 years to finally make.
Yeah, 16 years.
You wrote it, directed it?
No, I didn't write it. It was written by Guillermo Cabrera-Infante, the great Cuban writer, novelist. But I developed the script, with him, and I actually started developing at the time of The Godfather. It was Frank Sr., Mancuso Sr., who gave me the ability to develop the script, and then eventually he left the studio, and the script came in to turn around, and then I struggled with trying to find someone to do it with, for 16 years. Nobody would support the film.
This, of course, was a film about the Cuban Revolution, so obviously very personal. Yeah,
it's about a family. It's about a family, and sort of the microcosm of the country is in this family, and what happens to them during the process of between the brothers, and the main metaphor of the movie is the metaphor of impossible love,
And two of your daughters starred in that film with you. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. My two oldest actresses, yeah.
What was that like, working with your kids?
Oh, it was fantastic. And my little boy was in the movie too. She played my daughter's son in the movie. It was great. I mean, Dominique, who's the oldest, who is now on a TV series called Magic City for Stars. I had worked with her before when she was 12. She played my daughter in the film. And both her and Daniela just finished a film with me this summer. They've been acting since they're 5. So, it was very natural to work with them. They were very well trained. They've been training themselves since they're kids.
Andy, from what I have read about you, you do have this passion project, and that is to make a film about Ernest Hemingway's days in Cuba.
Yes.
And his friendship with a Cuban fisherman. How's that all going?
It's going well. We plan to be shooting in May, and again, it's an independent film. I've been in it now for about 2.5 years, and I've had the great blessing to have the support of Sir Anthony Hopkins and Annette Bening, who are going to work with me, and we're just putting all the ducks, gathering all the ducks and put them in a row to shoot the film.
And you'll be starring in it?
I'll be co-starring with Anthony, who's playing Hemingway, and Ed will play Mary Welsh, his last wife. I'll be playing the captain, Gregorio Fuentes, and directing. I co-wrote the script with Hillary Hemingway as Ernest's niece. And it's an idea I've had for even before the Lost City. It's been something I wanted to do for many, many years. And once I got the Lost City done, I was able to begin focusing on that.
So when someone like Sir Anthony Hopkins agrees to star in your film, your baby, how does that feel?
Well, somebody up there likes me. It's a great honor. He's one of the most sublime actors in the history of the craft. So,
you've been married to your wife Mariví for 30 years.
Yes.
That is unheard of in Hollywood.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I think you don't hear about it because it doesn't sell any newspapers or tabloids.
But in that environment, doesn't always last.
I understand this, the sort of the cliche of that, but I know a lot. I know a lot of people in the industry that have been together for a long time.
But what is the secret to that lasting?
Well, she's the love of my life, So, and I think it's important. You raise a family together. There's there's respect and tradition. So that's what's important.
Tell me, Andy, what do you think is your greatest achievement?
Well, my family, my kids. Yeah, sure. That's the role of a father is the most important role that a man can have. You know, once you're the father, everything else can exist with it, but it cannot you cannot ignore that part, and you have to be present, because I think the most important thing for me is just try to set a good example. Because you're gonna make mistakes. You can't say something to somebody if you're not, walking the talk kind of thing, And they learn more by watching you than they do by listening to you anyway. So I think you just try to set the best example you can. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna, sometimes, not measure up to what you should. But in the long run, those will be minimal compared to the long-term commitment of you as a father.
Andy Garcia, an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.